Hello. So I have a processor from Intel. It's called i5-6600K, and it's not supported by Windows 11, so I can't install it on my computer. And also I get this message on Windows Update that doesn't currently meet all the system requirements. And I did the health check, and I got TPM 2.0 and secure boot activated, and I got sort of a green check on everything except for the CPU. So I thought I would install it on a virtual machine, and I use VMware version 16 for that. And I got same problem. During installation it said that, unsupported CPU can't continue with the install. So I found basically a workaround. There are a lot of workarounds, and a lot of them are somewhat complicated. Open documents and remove a bunch of text and stuff. And also there are some registry hacks and whatnot, but this one is actually pretty simple if you have a little bit of a tech knowledge. So what you need for this is, first of all, it's kind of weird, but you need the create installation media for Windows 10. You need the media creation tool, and just download it here, and I put the links in the video description. So that's this one. It's called Media Creation Tool 21H1. You also need the media creation tool for Windows 11. A lot of people actually using this one, but I suggest you don't use this ISO tool. Use the installation media instead, this tool, because you have to do some other complicated steps if you download this ISO file. You get an ISO file with this as well. And yeah, they are both the same, different names. Media Creation Tool W11, so that's the Windows 11 download tool. So that's the software tools. You also need a USB stick, USB memory stick, and I suggest you have a USB 3 version of that USB stick. And it also needs to be at least 8 GB in size. I have a Samsung memory stick, it's 64 gigs. It's kind of overkill, but it's USB 3, that's what I want. So what you're going to do first is that you're going to plug in your USB stick. So let's see, my freaking USB hub here. Ding. Should be playing, and it's over here. And I already done this thing once, but it's there, so that's fine. So now you're actually going to start the media creation tool for Windows 10. It's called 21H1, and I always do this with right clicking on it and run as administrator. So this is going to take a couple of minutes doing some checks, and you can see it says Windows 10 setup. And why you do this is because you're actually going to use the Windows 10 installer to install Windows 11, because the Windows 10 installer doesn't check the TPM stuff. So here you just click accept. So that's the only reason. So when you first installing Windows this way, it will look like Windows 10 kind of, but then it when it continues, it will start to do the Windows 11 installation. So over here you're going to select create installation media and next, and you can let this be as it is unless you actually want to change stuff here. Next, which media to use. You're going to use USB flash drive, and this is why you need to have the flash drive installed or connected before you actually start this. So next, and it automatically I'm going to select your removable drive. Next, and it's going to completely erase this USB memory stick and sort of format it the way it likes. So now it's going to download Windows 10 and then sort of install. So I'm just going to pause here. Okay, now it's going to actually just verify the download. It's going to take a little while as well. And now it will actually create the media itself. Let's see if I can pause this. Okay, so yeah, it's done. You can so close this down by pressing finish here, and you're done. Now you are actually going to or download Windows 11. So you need to use the other media creation tool called W11. So do the same here, right click on it and select run as admin. Yes. Now you see it's Windows 11 setup instead of Windows 10 setup. And this time around you are not going to select the USB flash drive. You're actually going to select an ISO file or an image file. Like this, and you can leave it as it is. And over here, you're not going to have it as a flash drive. You select ISO file. Next. And it lets you sort of select where to save it. I have a folder here called Windows 11. And it's going to download things for you. And this will take a couple of minutes, so I will pause again here. Okay, and that is done. So now you just click finish here. Okay, so I basically copied that ISO file to the desktop just for easier recording. What you're going to do now is that you open Windows Explorer. And right here you see the E drive. For me, it says ESD-USB. This is the USB memory stick that was created. And you're going to in here and you have a folder called sources. You go in here and you are going to search for install. And you get this file here, open file direction. So you get a file called install.esd, and this is basically Windows 11, or in this case actually Windows 10. but we want Windows 11. So we are actually going to just delete this file. Delete, yes. Then we are actually going to the desktop. And here is the Windows 11 install. And I'm going to right click on it. Open with Windows Explorer. And same thing here, there's a sources folder. And I'm going to search for install here as well. Open file location. So this is the Windows 11 installation file, basically. The rest is just like the Windows 10 installer. But what we're going to do with this is to right click on it and select copy. Then we're going back to the USB stick and the sources folder. And over here we're going to just, let's see if we can have it over here, paste. We're going to paste that in and let it copy. And of course, depending on your USB stick, the speed of it is going to go faster or slower. For me, it's like 25 or 20 megs per second. So we'll pause here until it's done. Okay, it's almost done copying here. And yeah, after this, you are actually done. And now you can actually use that USB stick to install Windows 11 on a unsupported sort of computer, or unsupported CPU at least. So you can just go here and eject the USB drive, whatever, and save it for later. So if that's what you want to do, you can stop watching the video. If you want to continue doing this in a virtual machine, you need to actually create an ISO file of this, because VMware doesn't accept USB sticks as installation media. It needs either ISO files or DVD drives. And this DVD drive doesn't work, so to speak. It's a non-modified version. So I'm just going to eject this. So what you need to do is to create an ISO file from this USB stick. And I'm actually using a software called NTLite to do this. And what you do here is that I have this image history here, and what you do here is under the image tab, I click add on the arrow there and select image directory, and you select the USB drive and select folder. It's going to be like this. And this is sort of the modified version. And then you're going to right click on this E here, on this E backslash, right click on it, create ISO, and you can name it to whatever you want. Save it on the D drive and name it, yes, modified, just to remember everything. And it's going to create a label. It shows up when you actually mount the drive. Right here it says ESD USB. You can name it to well, win11-ISO. Okie dokie. It's going to process here a little bit. So let's see how long this will actually take. Yeah, it's pretty quick. And I put links to everything in the video description. And it's completed. And if you go to D here, you see it's Windows 11 modified. And now you can actually just eject or remove the flash drive because you don't need it anymore. So now you can actually start VMware, VM, and yeah, I have a virtual machine here. And what I'm going to do here is to edit virtual machine settings. Let's see if OBS can handle this. Go to the CD DVD. It says auto detect. Use physical drive. And in this list, of course, I need to actually do this again because what you need to do is that you need to mount this first. Open with Windows Explorer, like that. And then you start VMware. Then edit virtual machine settings, CD DVD, and then you select the E drive. So you remember it was mounted as E. And press OK. Now you can actually power on this virtual machine. Press enter here. And it's the Windows 10 sort of window. So you will see the changes later. So right now it's using the Windows 10 installer to install Windows 11. So yeah, this will take a little while. Okay, so this basically looks like exactly like Windows 10. I am in Sweden, so I'm just going to select a Swedish keyboard here, or the Swedish time and currency format. Same thing with the keyboard. You select whatever you want, and then next, and install now. I don't have a product key, so I just select that one. And here you can see that instead of it saying Windows 10, it now says Windows 11. So of course you select the version that you have. If you have Windows 10 Home, you select Windows 11 Home. I have Windows 10 Pro, so I select the Pro version here. Accept the license terms, next. And over here somewhere it is going to say that normally it says you got unsupported CPU, but it just continues. So I do a custom install here. Just have the drive selected here. And it will start doing installation of Windows. So I just pause here. Okay, first kind of part is done. Let's see, installing updates. And it should restart pretty soon, I think. I'm recording to the same drive here, so We'll see. Okay, so you can just click restart now. And it will reboot. Now this is the first time you see the Windows 11 window or logo. So yeah, starting services. So this is going to take a little while, so I pause here. So after a couple of minutes, this will load up, and now you can see this is actually with the Windows 11 stuff. Country region, if you are in the States, then yes, it is. I live in Sweden, so let's go up here. I'm in Sweden, so yes. And then you need to type your keyboard layout and stuff. And you need to type in either your Microsoft account or do an offline account. And it actually works. And you will get updates. Yes, a little bit lag here because I'm recording. Swedish. So it actually works. The second one is going to reboot one more time. But otherwise, yeah, this is how you continue to do the installation. And yes, you will get updates with this one. Since I'm running it in a virtual machine right now, this virtual machine won't activate Windows 11. So yeah, that's a thing right now. I haven't tried to install this on my main machine yet. But the questions everybody is asking, do you get updates with this? Yes, you do. The question that I can't answer is it activated? I don't know yet. You need to log in with your Microsoft account, I guess, for it to activate. So yeah, so this is basically how you install it. So catch you later.